morning to everybody. We're here in beautiful Costa Rica in the town of Uvita, and I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing today Jamie Garcia, who is a professional pharmacist and also runs a very successful business in the Uvita area. Jamie, can you please tell us a little about yourself?
Thank you. Well, we have 5 years here in the area. We started like a small pharmacy, and we, we love the place, and we seen like a lot of people coming in, and I actually developed a lot my my English here.
Well, that's very good.
The people here, yes, that comes all the time, and right now we are more than glad to help everyone when the people comes, and I like to give information, mostly serve the people that comes from other countries, and explain a little bit how everything works here in Costa Rica. Okay,
tell me how you got into the pharmacy. I understand that you come from a line of family. Your family's in the pharmaceutical business?
Exactly. We have a pharmacy first we started in Naley. There is a pharmacy there that is being for 50 years almost.
Okay.
And we bought the pharmacy there, and after that my brother that has a pharmacy in Palmar Norte and another one in Ciudad Cortez, and we have now this pharmacy, and we're gonna have we have 2 natural product stores in Sierpe. We have one, and another one in Dominical that he's moving to Vita.
Oh wow, very interesting. So explain to me, are they all the same? Pretty much they carry all the same products, or are you in charge of this one particularly, and if you are, what are you doing different than the other pharmacies in the area?
Actually, we work together, and we have the same products and everything. For example, in Palmar Norte, there is an area where you can get only the natural products. It's in the same place. You can get the natural products and the pharmaceutical products. And everywhere you can find a bunch of natural products and pharmaceutical too. But the ones that are, for example, in Sierpe and in Dominical, it's only natural.
Understood. And what are you doing? Any kind of what are you doing different, though, if anything, in terms of the other pharmacies in the area that you want to introduce, to maybe products that are better than others that you're introducing? You may want to tell our clients.
Well, we like to have everything. We like to carry what the people really need and give the options to the people what they want. I actually would like to let the people know that they can come here and they can ask for the prescriptions. They can bring all the bunch of prescriptions that they have, that they normally take. And we can do a better deal in case, a 3-month supply and stuff like that. And we have, like we try to have all kind of natural products, different companies, and normally products that you get over the counter. Yes, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. So explain to me then, in the U.S., a pharmacist typically dispenses medicine. What would you compare that you are doing different here in Costa Rica in that regard?
Okay. The difference is that in Costa Rica, the people is so used to come first to the pharmacist. It's the first medical contact that they have, because the small towns used to be like that. So the doctor of the town is a pharmacist.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So right now, because there is a lot of auto-medication, the people is auto-medicating really real often. So they are trying to make it, become more strict with that. Make the people go first to the doctor and then get the prescription and come to the pharmacist. For example, if they have a pre-existing condition, like high blood pressure, and they take medication for high blood pressure, for cholesterol, for things like that, then they can come to the pharmacy and get the product. You know, since they have the prescriptions, or they have the information that they normally take that. And you know, in cases is a problem where they really need antibiotics, it's better to go straight to the doctor, because they are now regulating that the law is taking care of that kind of problem. And so in that case, you would have to go to the doctor's office first, or in cases like you know, like Valium or Xanax or sleeping pills or products like that, they will need to go to the doctor. But if not, if it is for a pain, or you know, like if they have a muscle problem or something like that, then they can come here. For example, we have a bunch of kinds of AINES. Those kind of medication is like ibuprofen. We have a lot of kinds, so we can give shots here in the pharmacy. In the pharmacy. Yes. For example, if you have any muscle
contractions,
then you can come here, and then we can give you some shots to make it, you know, be better.
Right.
Yeah. So in that case, you don't really need to go to the doctor. And or for an allergic reaction, you know, for a rash or something like that,
about
then we can treat it.
Snake bites. Well, like for instance, foreigners that come here that really don't know the area as well as the Ticos do, right? So you see things that probably foreigners get involved in more than Ticos were, right? What do you see? What are the typical when foreigners come? What do you see typically that foreigners more coming into your pharmacy for?
Well, there's a lot of infections here. Once you come here to live in Costa Rica, you have to be really careful. Like every time you go to the ocean, make sure to dry yourself very well, because you get a lot of fungus, fungal problems, infections, everything, any mosquito bites. You know, you should have in stock an antibiotic cream, an antihistaminic cream. Right. Yes, just to make sure that you won't get infected. So because that happens really often here. And for example, for a snake bite, you would have to go to directly to the hospital. Right. Yes, the hospital is in Ciudad Cortez, or all the way to Quepos, or in San Isidro. That you have more options because there are private clinics there. Right,
which is just so you have an idea, we're in the city of Uvita, and our property is in Coronado. So from Coronado, the closest hospital is about 10 minutes away from the property, which is about maybe 15-20 minutes away from here.
Yes.
Yeah. And so tell me a little bit about then the different kinds of insurances that you accept here. How does that work? Do you accept insurance? Like for instance, if I were to pay for American Express, you know, and I have a medical side to the card, or benefit to the card, or any card for that matter, or I have my own private insurance card. Do you accept foreign insurance company cards here? Any deductibles? How does that work?
Okay, normally the companies, the insurance companies, you know, they just refund the money. Okay, for example, if you want if you want to make sure that they refund the money, then you have to go first to the doctor, get the prescription with your name on it, save the receipts, then come to the pharmacy and get the receipts with your name on it, and you know, like you have to keep the original prescription. Right. In that case, we keep a copy of it. Just the difference will be in the products like Valium and you know, those ones that their prescription is different, and we have to keep that in stock in the pharmacy. That will be the only one. But we don't, you know, we cannot like say that we respond or we can talk to an insurance company and they refund us the money directly. No.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
about we take care of this and then you have to talk to the
Right. So the patient itself has to follow through with all the paperwork that you give to them. So there basically is no network, if I understand this correctly, for international network for insurance companies like in the United States or Canada that you guys are linked to.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Another way is INS. INS is the insurance here, and
Yes.
how it works is that they refund the money too, but they don't take care of pre-existing conditions. Yes, they once you get the insurance, then all that they cover once you started with the company.
So right. So basically, they cover anything that's pre-existing. They will not cover. Do they make you do a physical before, or they just take your word for it?
I don't have information about that.
Okay.
I imagine that they have to do that.
They would require a physical.
Yes, or they just care, about the paperwork that you show them after you started.
Okay. Is there any kind of insurance for foreigners that Costa Rica or a Costa Rican company offers that's different from the typical insurance that a Costa Rica would have? Is there anything like that you're aware of?
There is a public insurance that is Caja del Seguro,
Right.
Servicios del Seguro Social.
Right.
And that one is a private, a public insurance. And how it works is that, well, it's only, there are certain, like you have to go to the hospital and they give you the medication there. There are pharmacies there are public pharmacies. So it's totally different. It's not like you come here and you get the medication from a private pharmacy. It's totally different.
It's totally different, but how would the deductible work in that regard? I mean, is there a deductible when they come here, or they just show you a card?
It's because they will come here. In that case, for example, they just have to go to the hospital and because you pay every month. You have to pay every month. It depends on how much how much you are earning,
Okay.
how much money you are making. So you pay that. For example, my employees, I pay a certain amount a month for them,
Right.
and so they have insurance. So they keep the receipt of every
purchase. Right.
Of every month,
Right.
and they go to the clinic in case they have any problem, but here it's really complicated because it's not like you go to any hospital, right, to receive the service. In case you don't have any, in case it's not an emergency. If it is an emergency, then you should carry that. But they will, in case of an emergency, of an accident or something like that, it's so good to have that insurance.
Right.
Because they will take care of any hospital problems. But in case it's just, like because you have any problem, high blood pressure, you have to be really patient because it's not that effective.
Right. Let me ask you, because I see a lot of wonderful products here. A lot of your products are European. Is there any of the products that you have here that you are aware of that would require prescriptions in the States that don't require prescriptions here?
Yes, for example, Viagra right now is not regulated. All anti-inflammatories and painkillers, you can come with. You don't need a prescription for that.
Oh wow.
Non-opioids,
right.
So will be that kind of medication, anti-allergic, cortisone, all chronics. That means like high blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, things like that. Mostly.
Right.
Let me think. What else? Yeah, basically.
Okay.
basically will be that.
Jamie, so tell me, what are the things that you're doing in your pharmacy that you're thinking outside of the box and you're doing differently than all the other pharmacies?
We give a personalized service,
Okay.
Pharmaceutical service. You know, the people can come here, they can tell me what are the problems that they have, and they would have, you know, a friend, more person that, you know, listen and guide them in about all the medications, problems that they have. And the good thing is that the people feel really comfortable because they can talk to them. They can talk directly to the pharmacist. And sometimes in the United States that's really difficult. And different from not everyone, you know, not everyone really likes to listen. And I really enjoy that part of you know, trying to listen what are the problems that the people really has with the medication. Just check what are the, you know, the conditions that they have, and if we can settle something, maybe talk to the doctor and see if we can make it work better so they have a healthier life.
So you basically take the initiative and creating a personal patient care with your patients. Exactly,
and we like to keep a record of our patients too. We have a record of everyone, and to see which one, you know, sometimes they come here and they say, okay, we didn't have insurance and now we have, and okay, we can get all the information from the computer because we have personalized service.
Right. So basically, okay, that's very interesting because we don't do that in the States, obviously, because of the amount of people that live in the areas, and it's not as personalized as it is here. So you take the time, you analyze, and maybe sometimes, and it makes perfect sense because she's the pharmacist, she knows better sometimes than even doctor does of what medication just came out or would suit the client, the patient better. So that's very good.
Yeah, so very good. Because sometimes there are medications that is interacting with each other, or side effects of some medications that they're having right now and they don't know why.
Right. And I can see how that builds a very personal relationship with the patient.
Exactly.
Very good. Very good. So tell me, I understand that there's an additional service that you guys provide, which is free vaccinations. Can you elaborate a little bit about that?
Yes, well, the product, you need to buy the product in the pharmacy, but we give the service for free. You can get the vaccinations here, and we can keep a record of that too. So we can have a record of when you need to have the second one or the third one.
Right.
And we have another free services like take your sugar levels.
Okay.
Your blood sugar levels,
right.
And also the high blood pressure. The blood pressure, we can give that service.
You do that service?
Yes, and we can give you a card when you can keep a record on it and keep on checking.
Oh, fantastic! Very good. And who administers the vaccinations?
Who's in charge of giving
it?
Yes. Me.
You?
Yes, the pharmacist.
So I'm going to get out of here before I get. I think basically we've covered pretty much all the questions that you guys have answered, you guys have sent to us. Please continue sending us more information, as I'm sure Jamie would be more than happy to answer them. I think this was great, and I really appreciate your time. I know you're very busy, and I really appreciate the information that you've given us, and it was truly great. Thank you very much for your time.